Once again, evening has arrived, and so many people are waiting for one and another very special global talk show by Business Bar Academy, Netherlands. And this is your host, Dr. Supriya Kumar Velen. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And today, global audience, this show is going to be super dynamic, super awesome, and super amazing. Why? Because we have another very talented, very awesome guest from USA. And when I say this beautiful country, then the guest is here, none other than Dr. Omenesa. Welcome, Dr. Omenesa. Where are you? And people are waiting to see you, to talk to you, and to go on with your inspiring journey. Dr. Omenesa.
Hello, hello, hello. How are you? Thank you so much for having me.
Well, Dr. Omenesa, I will not talk much because people are going to talk about you and they want to listen to you. So it's your time to enlighten everybody with your enlightening journey.
Okay. Thank you so much for this opportunity. I am extremely grateful. I am, well, first and foremost, I am a child of God. I am a woman who loves living. I work in a nursing facility and about maybe 3 days a week or so, like we bag dead bodies. Well, I do the bagging. And I am reminded every single day that I'm here because of God. I just had a birthday. I turned 40 years old on Saturday. And so that has really, really kept me humbled because I couldn't have done it without God. And so I am a woman who is very, very in tune with God and what he has called me here to do. I'm also a family caregiver. So you just saw a man just walking out and that's my dad. He couldn't have come out any other time except that time. And so I have the privilege of taking care of my dad. He is 76 or 77, one of those. And that has really put me in a very humble state. And I'm just grateful. I am very, very grateful. I am a woman of many parts. So I'm just going to allow you to ask me your questions. I'm a wife. I'm a businesswoman. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a doctor. I'm an author. I'm a singer.
Wow.
I'm a human being. I'm God's child. So just go ahead and ask me questions and then we'll just morph from there. But I'm really grateful for this opportunity. Thank you so much.
Well, Dr. Omenesa, this is really great. And when I say you are a great woman, I would love to know your challenges in life because I'm sure after attaining this level height of success, you must have seen a challenges, a hurdles, something which has bent you down, knocked you down. So kindly enlighten those challenges and I would be love to hearing it again.
Thank you. My very first challenge, truly, apart from being an only child. So I woke up one morning and whoa, I don't have any brothers. I don't have any sisters. That was very challenging for me. However, my parents were very loving, very giving. I was raised in a pastor's home and you could see that they really took their assignment as parents in my life extremely seriously. But I went through so many changes because I really didn't have anybody to talk to. And so most of the times I found myself talking to the wrong people. And that continued on really, really till I was in my 30s to where I could distinguish who was the right person to talk to. But one of my main public um, challenges was when I was diagnosed with scoliosis. Scoliosis is when your spinal cord is shaped like a perfect S. So as I'm sitting here, I have a rod in my spinal cord. I do walk straight. People would never know until I tell you. But I was diagnosed with My surgery was promised to be for 11 hours. It was 18 hours. It was just long. They broke the two sides of the letter S in my back, turned it into a letter I, and then they put a rod in my back. So whenever I'm going to prison to visit, or whenever I am going to a bank that's a high level bank, or whenever I am going, or whenever I'm at the airport, through the security, it makes a very loud noise. And most of the time, I do have to show them the scar. And so I'm walking around with the scar, but I no longer walk around with the challenge. I no longer walk around with the disease. However, I did go through the emotional bouts of, why didn't God heal me? Why did he not heal me? And I think that this is where um the secret to success is that you go through a very lonely, isolated road in order to get there. When you see people on TV, when you see people with their TV shows, you don't know how they got that content. So I have a TV show, and my content comes from the miscarriages that I had. My content comes from the loneliness that I had, the depression that I had, the anxiety that I had, the attempting to kill myself. That's where the content comes from. When you see people doing big things and writing books, all of that content in that book is from the marriage upheavals they had, is from the relationship struggles they had, not being able to find a job, or being fired, or being stalled, or being raped, or being abused. All of that is content. So I've been through a lot of challenges, especially with depression, and just wondering when God is going to do this and when God is going to do that. And didn't you promise me that you were going to do this? And didn't you promise me that you were going to do that? I also went through the challenge of getting married so young, getting pregnant, and fruit just not being able to be manifested, just not having a child. Regardless of how much I tried, from an IVF to an IUI to having specific times on the calendar, and very first it was embarrassing, and then it became annoying, and then I got bitter, and then my husband was like, he didn't even want to talk about it anymore because we both didn't know what was going on. And so when you are in a situation where you are a pastor, or you are a motivational speaker, or you're a preacher, or you are in the ministry or in the career where you help people and you lay your hands on people, you pray for people, and you love on people, and they get healed or they get babies, and then they call you to pray and dedicate the babies. It's like, God, I mean, like, how long are you going to keep embarrassing me? When are you going to answer me? I went through that challenge. However, now, at this stage in my life, turning 40, I've been walking around saying, this is 40. I've been walking around like my next statement is, this is 40. I don't have time to fight with God anymore. I don't have time to fight with you. I don't have time to question this or question that. This is 40. And when I say 40, I'm not just speaking about an age, but I'm speaking about a phase. I'm speaking about a place. I'm speaking about a mindset. You have to get to a point in your life where you realize that you were put here for a purpose, for many purposes. And the fact that one of them is not working, that's okay. You have to focus on the 99. You can't focus on just one. You have to focus on the 99. You can't focus on just 5. You have to focus on the 95. There are many other purposes that God has given to you. And by God's grace, in the process of going from purpose to purpose to purpose, you will complete the divine purpose.
Awesome, Dr. Omenesa, and really you have sparked this global talk show. So this is really great, and this is so inspiring and so motivating. All global viewers are really enjoying this, especially your this enthusiastic answer about challenges. All right, moving to this beautiful journey of global talk show with Dr. Omenesa, let's highlight, let's talk about your book, which you have written. And I'm sure after going through your book, people are going to transform their life and they are going to be the best version of themselves. So kindly enlighten about your coaching programs, your work, and what you do exactly.
Okay, well, what don't I do? That's the question. But thank you. So I stop drowning, put yourself first, stop drowning. So the stop drowning, the subtitle is a suggestion that if you don't put yourself first, you will drown. And so I do encourage you to get this book. It's literally a 1 hour read. You can get it on Amazon. It's very affordable. Put yourself first. And so I write books. I have an organization called Pearls and Paws International. And we actually just re-registered our name to Pearls and Paul's Emotional Healing Center. We are all about healing emotionally. So we have support groups. We contribute money and help each other on our birthdays. We have weekly classes on all kinds of topics from incest, deep topics from addictions, or to just having to wait on God and what you do while you wait, and why you're still single at 50. And so we really delve into emotional upheavals with our members, and we say that we heal to heal. So that's our slogan: we heal to heal. I also encourage my members to gather the fragments. And that's a verse in the Bible that talks about gathering the fragments so that all will not be lost. Gather the fragments so that all will not be lost. So you've lost this, that's okay. So why don't we just gather the crumbs? Why don't we gather what remains so that you don't lose everything completely? You don't lose on both ends. And so that's what I encourage those in my organization to do. I happen to have a conglomerate, and the reason I call it that is because we have over 42 departments in my company, which I started to build from 2011. And so it's been over a decade of different ideas, from a food delivery business to authoring books to ghostwriting to elder care to consultation to writing for people who you wish to apologize to, and you just don't know how to go about it. In our company, we do that, to literally selling shea butter, to to selling spices, to writing books, as I said. It's a lot. It's a whole lot, but I will send you the link to the website. But pretty much everything about my life shows in my company, which is you were born with more than one talent and you were born with more than one gifts. So every single one of those departments are literally apart from each other. There are different things that are going on. And so that we can reach different audiences, we can reach different people, we can reach a diverse amount of people, a diverse mass of people. And so that's what I live for. And then I nurse at night. That's my pension plan. That's my night shift. That's my a pension plan, and that's what I love to do. I love to nurse dementia patients and hospice patients, and but in the daytime, you better believe me, I am building my dynasty. And I tell a lot of people that yes, it's okay to be a servant. Yes, it's okay to serve. But if you're serving 247, you will never be a king. And so I do make time out. Before I work for anybody, I better make sure I'm working for myself.
Exactly. And I must say, Dr. Omenesa, you have given a very good message about loving yourself first, because, and as your book also says, be yourself first. If you are not to be yourself, you can't take care of others, and that's called be yourself first. And I will connect my global audience over here. Kindly contact Dr. Omenesa, and she is going to guide you about her programs, about her sessions, and also go through this book, which is easily available on Amazon. Make your life better, best, and you can say the best, wonderful life. Awesome. But yourself first. Awesome one. Great. Dr. Omenesa, you are setting this global talk show into your enthusiastic, your zest and zeal, powerful, you can say, life journey. And you have escalated about your work, your passion, your cheerfulness, and the way you handle your problem. That's really lovely. Now, this is the time to know what are Dr. Omenesa plans, future mission, and what she has thought about her coming years. So kindly enlighten those dreams too.
Into 40, a few months to 40, I was forced to write the whole legacy plan. How is this going to pan out? God forbid that I wasn't here anymore. And it gave me a lot of insight. What I'm doing now, apart from singing and I'm traveling and really offering my nuggets on how I've gotten to build as much as I've built in this short period of time, is that I am also mentoring. It really warmed my heart to see this young lady. She just opened a podcast. She just started a podcast. She literally has her podcast with a logo that I designed for her. And she has the whole template of her podcast, and it sounds really just like me. And it makes me so happy because I'm seeing my clone. I am seeing my legacy while I am alive. And so the next plan for me is that, and that's part of why we changed the name from Pearls and Pulse International to Pearls and Pulse Emotional Center. The next plan for me is to really, really take accountability of the lives that I'm changing. So it's not just having all of these followers on Facebook and on Instagram and all of that, and I'm here speaking. That's great, but I really want an opportunity to where I know who I am talking to. And so the next plan, where I'm basking at now, is mentoring. I have something called Mentor H2. H is obviously her and him. So I am mentoring a man and I'm mentoring a woman. I'm mentoring you. You give me 1 week of your time. You share all of your ideas and how we can put that into actualization. 1 week is more than enough. As a matter of fact, 2 weeks is enough because, like I said, God has taken me through so many processes in my life. And I know that being an only child truly helped me because I really didn't have so many people to run to about this idea and that idea and da 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 da. So I have learned how to actually make things work really in 2 days, or at least have the template together, at least have a structure, have a spine together. So I am mentoring. That is the major thing that I'm doing now, is that I am mentoring. I do have a promotion right now, which is $300 for 1 week. It's usually $500, but it's $300 for 1 week. Like I said, also joining the organization, then you just have me 247, you know? Um, and we are also doing a lot of anthologies now. And also, if you would like us to write your book, we are doing that. Another thing that is major now for me is I really want to help people forgive people. And that's because I have been down that road. So I created a program called We Forgive. And it's only me and one of my staff. I have a lot of staff in different departments, but this particular staff, because of the sensitivity of it, I have just one. And what we do is we write letters for you. We help you write the letter or contact whoever you wish to reconcile with. Maybe you spoke to somebody out of line and you're too embarrassed to say, I'm sorry. Maybe somebody spoke to you out of line. Maybe somebody really, really hurt you and you don't know how to fix that. God forbid, maybe you've been diagnosed with cancer and you've been estranged from your family for a long time. Maybe you have that son that you haven't spoken to in 5 years. Maybe you have that daughter that you judged and now you realize that, whoa, maybe I was too hard on her. Or maybe she was too hard on you. Maybe she really hurt you and you just want to let it go. I have a platform called We Forgive. And I will give my time to a phone call. You call me, you tell me how, in what capacity you would need me to help you in. Most of the times it's just writing a letter. And we will draft that letter together and we will send it out to that
Wow.
family member. We will help you fish them out. We will help you find them. Now,
Very
I'm
good.
not talking about how you were adopted and now you're looking for your father. No, I don't do that. I don't have the grace to do that. I am talking about somebody who you know exactly where they live. Okay, so don't give me work to do.
Exactly.
You know where they live and you know how to reach them, but you are too scared to reach them. And I will be that middleman for you. We will be that middleman for you and we will reconcile. You see, because it's important to forgive. If
Exactly.
you're walking around with unforgiveness, you will get sick. It's a fact. You may
Very
not
good.
get
Very
sick in your body, but you could get sick in your mind. You may not get sick in your mind, but you could get sick in your finances. Everything is spiritual. Something in your life will get sick.
very
Gotta
true.
let people
Awesome.
gotta let people go. And as I'm talking, I'm so emotional about it because even when my mother was dying, the person who I know that who I know offended her. That was not the time for me to 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 ask if she offended them and what did you say and what did you do. No, I just wanted the load off of her because the cancer was already a heavy load. And I remember calling people. I literally called people and I put them on speaker. Let's let this go. Let this go. Gotta let
So,
it go.
Dr. Omenesa, I would love to ask because this you are telling about a great thing, and it's really emotional for me too. Because when you sort it out, how you moved up, when you just take things in a very great manner, and how it was turning, but you still turned the boat in the right direction. So I really appreciate your vigor, your courage, your strength, and trust me, today on this global talk show where we are live on 3 platforms, people, especially our feminine leaders, must be enjoying thoroughly. And they must be getting a lot of inspiration from your life, how to tackle things, how to make yourself bold, because I find you a very, very strong woman. So hats off to you. You are a favorite God's child. I must say this, right? All right.
It's
So
all God. Thank you.
moving to this great journey with Dr. Omenesa, I would love to ask only one thing because your every answers are gift of God, I can say. But still, what is your powerful message for my global audience?
My message is nothing happens in the grave.
Yeah.
Absolutely nothing happens in the grave. I remember going to visit my mother, well, to visit her grave site, and nothing was happening, dead silence. And that was when I actually wrote one of my songs, which has a video to it, and it's titled "Nothing Happens in the Grave." And I literally started traveling the world globally to different countries, to different cities, holding seminars and Bible workshops and all of that in different capacities. I went to hospitals, I went to schools, propagating this message that nothing happens in the grave. Live your life, fulfill your dreams, write that book, get up on your feet, climb that mountain, reach high to the sky, because absolutely nothing happens in the grave. Just last week, I bagged a dead body. I bagged a dead body. I fed this. I saw this woman on Sunday. On Sunday night, I saw her at 7 p.m. On Monday morning at about 2 something, I saw her. At 5 a.m., she was dead.
My God. But I will say
And
only
I
one thing.
bagged her. I literally went from 7 o'clock
Yeah.
to feeding, to her eating, to her having gestures, life in her body, to 5 a.m. cold dead. And I had to turn her around and I had to wash her and I had to clothe her and then I had to cover her in less than 12 hours. Nothing happens in the grave. Yesterday morning, I got a phone call from my husband and my very good friend. She sent me a message on my birthday on Saturday Saturday, September 16th. She
So
was dead September 17th. She was not hit by a car. She was cooking. She had an asthma attack. Boom, dead. Nothing happens in the grave. You are not put on this world to look cute or to follow the trend. The soul of God is living in you like a live doll. You are a live doll. Yes, you are a doll. You are a vacuum. You are, I'm sorry for advertising purposes, so I'm going to cover
no,
that. You are a vessel
no.
and your purpose. God has breathed his purpose in this vessel. And one day he's going to take it away and give space to somebody else
Thank
to
you.
sing, to write. So nothing happens in the grave. You cannot waste your time any longer.
Awesome, Dr. Omenesa. And I must say, nothing happens in the grave. It's you, and it's always now, now, now. So thank you so much for coming to our show. And it's been a loveliest journey with you, Dr. Omenesa. Let's
Thank you.
enlighten this world, and which you are doing now. Thank you so much.
Thank you.